one you're looking at.
Yeah, you reach a certain point.
Well, all right, everybody. Good evening. I'm glad y'all can make it tonight. Tonight's a very big night for all of y'all and for us as well. You guys are class 10, and I'm glad to say that you guys completed all 13 weeks and you made it tonight to the graduation. It's a phenomenal night for us. I really appreciate the fact that you guys all actually participated in our class, and I hope that you guys got to learn and enjoy all the things that we were able to present and teach you guys all. And I know Paige kind of helped out during this course and took a lot of photos. And we're going to actually show you guys a little video that you guys actually kind of see a little video montage of the entire 13 weeks that you guys actually got to participate in all the classes that we presented. So.
And then you'll all get a copy of this as well.
I like how it ends with the tasing. That's awesome, right? Yeah. The best part. I wish we could turn the volume up during the screaming though. That's what I really want to do. So like I said, so you guys all get a copy of that. So moving forward, I just want to introduce our mayor, Mr. Dallas. Say a few words.
Yeah, just really quick, thank you very much. And thank you all for participating in our 10th class. Just a brief history, we started this class, and you'll hear from the chief, I'm sure, in a minute, really to bring in our community members into PD to give you a small glimpse of what our officers and our staff, the men and women of MaderaPD, kind of what they do on an everyday basis. And so I congratulate you guys for completing the class and being able to be a part of what we do in public safety in the city of Madera. And so I want you to keep in mind, because on behalf of the City Council, and especially myself as mayor, we are very, very proud of Madera Police Department, of the men and women who work for us 24/7. We don't take holidays off. There are no, thank God it's Friday. They put their life on the line every single day so that we can go to bed at night feeling safe and comfortable. And heaven forbid if we have to call 911 or we're in an emergency. But now that you guys have had that glimpse, that small glimpse into kind of what we do and the teamwork it takes to get things done, from the chief all the way down, I think they're very special people. I really, really do. And Madera, as a community, passed Measure K a couple of years ago. It was a half-cent sales tax measure so that we could basically tax annually over $3 million that this council pledged that every nickel will go to public safety. And that's exactly what we did over the past year. We had 15 new personnel. You now know that we have body cameras for our police officers. We have more vehicles. And we're going to build a new fire station very, very soon out there by the airport. All so that we can feel safe in the city of Madera. And so by having this academy and having you guys come in to what they do every day, I've been privy to walking in every now and then, doing some ride-alongs every now and then, but truth be told, I get to go home and not really worry about it. And so if any of you tell me that that's exactly what I thought MaderaPD did, I was not surprised at all, you're lying. I think we'll all agree that it's not easy. And not just the guns and the badges, but everybody all the way down to property and evidence and our dispatchers and everybody else. And so what I ask is that you share that information with your friends and coworkers and family. And we thank law enforcement, not just Madera, but law enforcement in general. Nobody's perfect. And sometimes you see on the news where there is a bad apple. There is somebody somewhere that maybe did not uphold what they said they were going to do as a peace officer. There's over 900,000 police officers nationwide. 900,000, almost 1 million. And so don't let one bad apple ruin it for the fine men and women we have at MaderaPD. And so I think my next question is who got tased? And now I'm going to say why. But it's cool though. You get to shoot guns, you get to drive the car, you get to get tased. I mean, wasn't this task the coolest?
Yes.
Yes. Wasn't it? Yeah, absolutely. And so again, I thank you. And I think some of you, one of the main questions is, can I do it again? I will answer that for you, and it's no. But everybody wants to do it again. Yeah. But please share your experience with your friends and family. And thank a police officer. They're human beings just like you and me. They're real people just like you and me. And they love it when they get a wave They love it when we acknowledge them for what they do. And when you go home and you're comfortable for Thanksgiving, you're comfortable when you go to bed at night, we thank the fine men and women of MaderaPD. So thank you all and congratulations on the 10th class graduating from the Madera Citizens Academy. Thank you very much.
Chief Watson, that's it, yours.
It's awesome. You guys went through 13 weeks and you stuck it out. You gave up your Thursday nights to be part of our family. And now we're all family. We're all family. And I thank you for that. And what an experience, huh? What an experience. Let me give you a little background here real quick. This is our 10th class, okay? We're getting ready to put this on, and Sergeant Kaiser, who initially was doing all our classes, hurt her shoulder, went out on shoulder surgery. So we didn't have anyone to do the class. Paige, according to Kaiser, this is according to Kaiser. Kaiser did all the work, Paige just kind of bought the cake. So Kaiser went out, and I'm like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm going to have to cancel the Citizens Academy because without Kaiser, we can't do it. And Paige goes, Chief, I got this. I got this. And I said, okay, Paige. And soon after she tells me that, here comes Corporal Anaya walking into the office. Walks up to Paige and goes, we do this Citizen Academy, we got this. And I'm like, I'm sitting in my office and I hear this. They both say, we got this. And I'll tell you what, there wasn't a hiccup. They did one heck of an outstanding job. You would never know that this was you guys are their first class from start to finish. That they put together, coordinated, got everything together. They did an outstanding job, and all they did was say, I got this. This is just an example of the people that you have working for you. They're awesome. Awesome. And that's why whenever I go and I say something and it's, what's it like being a chief? I have awesome people. I have outstanding people. They make my job easy. I don't have to do anything because of them. And that's just an example of it. And the mayor came up. Do you guys understand how lucky you are to have the mayor that you have, the council people that you have? A lot of people just pay lip service. Seriously, just please take a moment and reflect. And the mayor, the first lady, as I call her, is there. He is at every function there is. I tried to keep up with him once and do the things that he does. I can't do it. This man, he bleeds Madera. He is at everything. He guides everything. We're here today. We're doing this today because of his vision and the council's vision of coming together, building partnerships with the community, and doing neighborhood watch, community outreach. People sit back and go, man, MaderaPD, you guys are involved in the community, and you do so many wonderful things with the community. We have big brothers, big sisters sitting in the back there that we're part of. Love Madera, our ministerial society. We do so many things. I'm not, I don't take credit for anything because I admit it right from I'm not the smartest person in the room. I'm probably the dumbest person in the room. Okay? All I do is say, hey, let's do this, let's go. But it's the vision that's set forth by our leadership, our mayor and the council. And you guys need to be very thankful and glad that you have the people. We have the people that we do in places. Because I task anyone in this room to go down south, that big city down there, and see if they do this. Go up north, see if they do it. They don't. They don't. And I'll guarantee you what, at a graduation of Citizens Police Academy, you're not going to have the mayor come and say, This is important to the city. This is important. You mean everything to me. Awesome. And there's great things that are going on in this community, and this is just part of it. This is the start. Like I said, you have Love Madera, you have big brothers, big sisters. This is huge. We're getting ready to go. And the great thing is, the more you deal with, you have interaction with these people, they're very humble individuals. If you watched our last council meeting, you realize we have a new city manager coming in. Okay? Arnaldo Rodriguez. He's a Maderan. He was born here. Went to Parkwood Elementary School. The mayor, the council picked this guy. Long, exhausting search. They were getting fire from everybody. Just, you guys aren't doing this, you're not doing that. I'm telling you, December the 5th, this guy's coming in. Okay? And I'm just, from me to you, he's awesome. He is the missing piece that we need to go into the stratosphere in our community with outreach, care, love for the community. He's one of us. This guy's one of you. Sit and talk to him, man. He bleeds Madera. So just stand by. Stand by. And I've talked to him, the mayor's talked to him. There's individuals in this room, he's going to be tapping you on the shoulder to help us take Madera to the next level. So just be ready. There's great things coming. I am so proud of you guys right here. We started this thing, this is the 10th English speaking class. Okay? We also have done classes in Spanish. Think about that. 10th graduating class. It's huge. Huge. And it couldn't be done if you guys didn't care. And I thank you so much for doing this. And I hope that we have shown you, opened up to you, and show you a little bit of who you have working for you, okay, in your police department. Because it means a lot to me. I care a lot about, very, very much about every citizen in this city, because I'm responsible for your safety and welfare, just like the mayor is, and every one of my officers. Okay. And real quick, I don't want to take your time, but let me tell you how special your people are, and what Madera is. As I went through and said, there's Love Madera here. We have city employees here. We have, and I'm not going to point in any direction or point out, but we do have our parking enforcement officer in here who writes all the tickets downtown. So okay. I have a long time from when I started back in 1997 out of the jail. Officer Canana that worked for me when I was out at the jail, and now her daughter went through our Citizens Academy. This is Madera. You know, people always say, "What's Madera like?" I said, "Make a spider web," because there's so many interactive and interlacing things in our community. Everybody knows everybody, and that's why Madera works, and we love each other and care so much. Let me tell you some of these fine people that you have. Sunday night, I'm sitting at home, and I'm like, finally have 4 hours this weekend to myself to just sit and watch TV, okay? And it was miserable. The Raiders do what they do again this year. So I'm sitting down and my phone goes off, and I get that call that nobody ever wants to get. There was a deputy, the sheriff's department called and asked for a SWAT activation because one of their deputies has been shot. He was shot in the leg. He's fine. He went to a concert the next night in his bone, but it started on a domestic violence call, and I know you guys through the academy understand that's the most dangerous and crazy call there is. So the deputy gets shot. They evacuated him, and in front of the scene we have an ambulance, and we have a fire truck. And the deputies thought that the bad guy, ran away. So they're there staging and the deputies and stuff are talking to EMTs and everything, and all of a sudden, bam, 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 bam. The guy didn't run, he's back in the house and he's firing, he's laying down rounds. Fire gets out of there because that's what they do. They get out when there's danger, firemen leave. That's what they do, okay? Trust me, that's what they do. Now, if you have a fire, they'll go in there, but they left. So now we have CHP and some deputies that are pinned down by this guy, okay? Madera SO calls into our dispatch, says we need help. We had an officer that was just shot, we have officers pinned down. And again, I thank God to Measure K, we had 8 officers on duty in the city. Okay? And so, to give you the background, so I get this call, and then after I said, yeah, absolutely, roll SWAT, get them going, we need to take care of this. I hang up. My phone rings. As soon as I hang up, my phone rings. And it's my commander, who is in Santa Cruz for the weekend with his family. In Santa Cruz, remember? He says, hey, did you get the SWAT activation request? I said, yeah, they're on their way, they're going. He goes, all right. Our officers are already out there and they're pinned down, they're taking rounds. We have people up against the house. And this guy's laying down fire and all of our officers are being shot at. What it, as a, I don't even say it, me, who I am, my heart, when you say you can actually feel it drop, I did. I experienced that. It was in my stomach. Because our people are out there and they're taking fire, and they didn't even think twice. The watch commander got the thing and said, let's go. And he rolled all the units. And we had an officer sitting in our report writing room who had just finished 12-hour shift, a rookie officer, one that we hired for Measure K, writing reports. And he was on his 13th hour of work. He heard what's going on. He heard the units leave the city. He started texting his day shift team that went home at 7. Texted his sergeant, his corporal, and the day shift officers and said, this is what's going on. They stopped on the freeway, they turned around, they came back in, they dressed back out, and they patrolled the city. The other officers were there. So I hop in my car, my lieutenants hop in the car, and we're trying to get to the scene. And I'm asking for updates. And this gentleman right here, because I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to single them out. I know because of the people that they are, they don't want me to do it, but you want some heroes. They're right here in this room right now, and I'm going to recognize them. That man right there that has those bars on is my SWAT commander. And he was on scene, meeting with the sheriff's commander, and took control of that scene. Got our armored vehicle in there and got every one of our officers out of harm's way. Got them out. Made a plan. This gentleman right here was one of those SWAT officers that went in and took the individual out and got him into custody.
Thank you, guys.
They're awesome. You have awesome people, and I can go on and on and on. And the SO called and said, hey, can we get some chaplains out here? And, well, the SO has half a chaplain. Chaplain Sylvester, and we have the other half of Sylvester. But what MaderaPD does do is we have a very healthy chaplain program. It's one of the things we built up, okay? I have a lot of chaplains, and I'm gonna keep getting chaplains. But we said, yeah, so Sylvester comes in and he goes, hey, do you mind, he's dressed in MaderaPD, do you mind if I go and help the sheriff's department? And we said, by all means, go. Then we placed the call. And Chaplain Farmer picked up the phone. We told him what was going on, and he said, I'm coming in. How are my officers? I'm coming in to take care of my officers. This is midnight. This is at midnight. He's got services that he just was doing all day, but he came in because he cared about how, he wanted to know how his officers were doing. He came in and he was just talking and meeting and seeing how all the officers were doing. That's the people that are working for you. So I arrive on scene. I get out there. I come across the first two MaderaPD officers. They were both Measure K officers. I just hugged them. And they were holding the line. And I'm telling you, this fire's coming. And these guys are out there. And it's just, it's like Fallujah with these rounds going over your head. And your officers are just sitting there. And they're watching. And they're ready to take action. They're ready to give up their life to protect you. And all I could do at that moment when I walked in someone is I just hugged. And you know what I did? I went in the command post where it was nice and warm, and I had a cup of coffee because these awesome people ran the whole show. Then I walk up and I see this, one of our retired officers' son, again was a Measure K hire. And this other person was about this high, had black hair on, full gear, going like this. I walk up to them, and put my arm around them. I said, "How are you doing?" They said, "We're fine, sir. We're fine. What do you need us to do?" We had just evacuated these people. And they wanted to go back in. And she's standing right there against the wall. And her grandmother is right here, and she's going to graduate from her class. And I tell these things, and these brave people that put their lives on the line, it's not for them, it's for you. And if it wasn't for our people, the number of people that we were able to have to secure that area, I would hate to see or even think of what that scene would have been. I was able to have a lieutenant that was a spot commander to do nothing but concentrate on the tactics and how we're going to, but end this turd from doing what he's doing. That's all he had to worry about. Then I had another lieutenant that had nothing to do except take care of our people that were evacuated and get them to the PD. And then I was able, because of those numbers, to have officers to come back into the city and patrol the city so no one in the city knew anything was going on and no coverage had lapsed. And I was able to get officers to put on their SWAT gear and go and address the threat because of Measure K. Because you voters approved it. And then what these people do, it blows you away. And I got to be careful because I usually crack jokes because I get a little emotional sometimes, and I almost did it this morning briefly when I was talking to the people. But I've never been more proud in my life, except the birth of my children, to see your officers and what they did that night. You have a hell of a police force. You honestly do. And to say they're Madera's finest is an understatement. And I'm just going to tell you that. Because what they did and what they continue to do, and just like Paige, I got this. I think I'm going to paint that on the wall in the PD. That's our motto. I got this, because that's what they do. And I was talking to the Molinas a little bit before, and I said, you know, when I first started, I would sit in a briefing room 23 years ago. I'd sit down in a briefing room, and within the time frame of a month, okay, my entire shift of officers rotated over 4 times. I was the only constant. Every one of them, it was a revolving door, and they all left to go to work in Fresno. Madera was a training ground. Okay? The people loved it here, they loved what they were doing, but they left because of money, benefits, what have you. But they always said, I love Madera, it's a great place, you guys are a family, but I can't stay. And in a month's time, the patrol shift I was on, everybody except for me rotated out 4 times. That changed. That gentleman standing against the wall, that changed. Benefits, pay, a sense of accomplishment, reaching out to the community, building bridges, community members coming up to our officers and saying, thank you, you guys are great. We appreciate you. People stay, people buy into the community. This thing has come full circle. Full circle, and now we fill up our council chambers. You gotta love this community. You just have to. Because we got great people here, we got great people here, and I'm telling you, it's only gonna get better. It is. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you. And before I take a seat, we also have April's mother that volunteers for everything. I don't think our Olive program could function without her. Okay? Now, Lieutenant Dan, I know you guys have met, he will take credit for it, that he's the greatest guy that the Olive program is because of him. Right here is the reason, it's the volunteers that we have that come in and spend their time, that devote, that have the same care, the same feeling that we do. And that's what makes it work. And all of you in here are going to do the same thing, because we're going to tap you guys to be volunteers in our community, to be volunteers in our police department, because that's how we get better. It truly is. And we already have a sign up for the next class. And I will give orders to my people that the taser is not to be turned off, he gets the full cycle. So, enjoy tonight. You guys have achieved something very, very special that not everyone can say they have. To recognize, we're going to give you a certificate, we're going to give you a challenge coin, okay, to show our appreciation. So, Paige has given me the hook already, so. Thank you very much, and always know, my door is always open, okay? If you just want to come and talk, if there's an issue that you have, is there something that you think we can do better, or maybe we need to pay more attention to, that's why I am here. Please come and talk to me. My door is always open. There's no problem too small. Don't think you're bugging me. I will return text messages, phone calls at all hours, okay? And if you don't believe me, there's 3 people in this room, because I started texting April's husband, John, in a good way. There's Eddie and April, because that's what the community wants, and it's my duty to answer your questions. And if there's something that I can make better, we're going to make better. So please, trust me, anytime. Call me, stop by my office, see me, let's talk, because the bottom goal is to make our city the best, and to make our department the best. Okay? So please, utilize that. Congratulations. Thank you.
Call you up one at a time. So if you guys want to, the best way is probably to start on this end, to come around this way, and then go back to your seat that way. Brian, you're probably going to leave.
Yes, I'm sorry. I have another engagement. My apologies. My apologies. Again, congratulations, everybody. Enjoy. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you. Somebody can head over.
See, I could have went longer. I didn't know these mirrors could Yes, Paige.
Stand right here. Stand on your mark.
Thank you. You guys don't know, Paige throws things at me in the office. I just have to get it out there.
They're light things, like Post-its and stuff like that.
Staplers.
I haven't gotten to the staples yet. What? That's too mild.
Just wait till you come get your certificate.
Okay, so.
In a second.
Do you want your formal first name or are you good with Eddie?
Eddie's fine.
Okay, Eddie Block.
All right, Eddie.
Great having you.
Thank you, buddy. You're in the club, Eddie.
Hey, this is different than the one I got last time.
Dominic Tavera.
All right, John.
Where did your granddaughter go? She took off.
Chris Gammies.
Speed
For
racer.
those that don't know, Chris was #1 in our EBOT course last night.
There was a formal complaint filed.
I didn't make a formal complaint. I didn't see that.
He said she went off the track.
Oh.
I got it wrong. Okay, so you're the winner.
Isabel Gonzalez de Tierra.
See, that's what I say. They say, what's so great about being cheap? You know what it is? If you guys watch, I get to hug. You know, it's not, nobody finds anything wrong with it.
Isaiah Gordillo.
Yeah.
Okay. Vicente Grasso?
Congratulations.
Jonathan Lawrence? Congratulations, Jonathan. Oh, sorry. Bad hand.
Congratulations.
And April Molina?
Because I beat his time.
By a minute.
She beat you.
Speed Racer Molina?
What did you say his middle name?
How do you lose by a minute?
Oh, it's very safe. None of those phones were knocked out.
Come here. Hey, look. The running thing that is, I found out that John in the beginning was uncomfortable with hugging. Men. Hugging men. And so I went out of my way every time I saw him to hug him. And so now he's okay now. He went up to Lieutenant Esther.
Gina Navarez.
All right.
It's so fun having you. And her mama Kendra Navarez.
You should ask Kendra what she was singing during her EVOC course last night.
She was singing.
Jingle bells.
I showed her the Police Academy video, so she had to copy it.
Thank you.
Kendra, I'm going to say that is not your daughter.
Yeah.
Adoption? You're too young. You're way too young. That's why you cheat. Remember that line.
Good job, Kendra.
So I'm sorry, Susan. Susan Stayani. I needed that from that. Yes, that's how I remember every time.
Oh, really?
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
See, I'm not afraid of her.
I know. You gotta work on your son-in-law. He took off. Oh, there he is.
Well, we give high side hugs every night. He'll be back for me.
Salona Thurman. Angelina Valenzuela.
Hi, Angelina.
And Gustavo Vela.
Hey, now, make sure they don't have a gun. Now, I'm gonna give a selfish plug here right now. Gustavo runs Big Brothers Big Sisters, okay? And MaderaPD is fully involved. We've partnered with him, and we do what is called a Bigs in Blue, where he came out and he met youth with us that wanted that big brother, and through law enforcement, we go and have lunch with them and talk with them and kind of help them through things and everything. But I'm going to tell you something, and he won't tell you, and that's why I'm doing this plug here right now. When he came to me and gave his speech, if you will, do you realize that we have over 75 kids waiting on the list in Madera that want a big brother or big sister? And when I heard that, it just kind of broke my heart. And that's when I said, we have to get involved. But even with us getting involved in the Sheriff's Department and probation, this guy has locked up all law enforcement with this program in the county. But there's still 75 kids out there that are crying for help. They just want someone to come in their lives, a big brother or a big sister, to help guide them, to be role models for them. And if you guys, it's a commitment, but if you think you're interested, or you know someone that may be, or you would like to help, please get with Gustavo, because the children are our future, okay? And we need to do what we can for them. So you owe me something right here,
Okay.
You want to No, you stay there.
We want to thank the police department and thank you guys. You guys have given an outstanding class. Very informative, touching, shocking. You just cared about the community, and we just wanted to say thank you. Everyone's pitched in here. Thank you. For everyone. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much. And I'm going to tell you this because Kate won't tell you. When she said she got this thing, we did the graduation tonight, okay? Because Paige is going to be gone, okay? Because she's having surgery. So she's had to have this procedure for a while, but she put it off for you guys. So she graduated you, and now she's going to go take care of herself. So, again, you have great people that work for you. So. You need to cry.